What's up, everybody? We are here live, about to run the about to run the MX5s at Red Bull Ring. Sorry, I'm getting up a little bit late. I've rushed getting into the session because I had to buy the track and was running a little bit late, and accidentally registered as a driver, so I don't have the ability to watch qualifying, but you can see what the times are so far. We got Robert on the pole right now with a 59.286. Greg Brockway with a 59.370 in second. Looks like a little bit lighter crew than usual. We've still got a couple guys out there that have not put laps in, like Greg, Mitchell, John, or Jerry. As we get ready to get into the race here, we got about 6 seconds left before qualifying ends, and we're going to do 45 minutes here at Red Bull Ring. It should be a good race here. Definitely a fast, fun track. As these guys get ready to go ahead and grid up, let me go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. On the pole, we got Robert with the quick time, Greg in second, Tom in third, Brian in fourth, Jordy in fifth, Pex in sixth, Michael in seventh, Charlie eighth, Brennan ninth, and Josh in 10th, Sean in 11th, Jerry in 12th. Obviously, I'm not in this when you guys see my name. I accidentally registered as a driver. Greg Mack 13th, John 14th, and Mitchell in 15th. Josh, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Appreciate the like. Richard, thank you for the like. Curly, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. As we wait for these guys to go ahead and grid up, get ready to go racing here tonight. So, how's everybody doing as we get ready to go racing here at Red Bull Ring? Looks like we're going to get a pace lap here as we wait for everybody to grid up. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and shut that off. That is a distraction for me. Oh, how you guys doing as we get ready to go green? As we take a look at the field from the blimp here tonight. Let's not forget, we do broadcast these league races for free. Support us by giving stars or subscribing to the channel. Always great ways to help support what we do here on MDiTV. As these guys get ready to go pacing and go green flag racing, let me get the track map up for you guys. Or for me, more importantly. There we go. Now we'll have an idea where everybody's at. That pace car's way in front of those guys. They need to catch up. It almost looks like they're racing now, just trying to catch the pace car. Should be a wild one here tonight, guys. Definitely looking to be a wild one. Pace car's going to pull off. We're going to go green flag racing out of the final turn. Everybody trying to get caught up and ready to go. Green flag is out. as they head down to turn number 1. Robert in that 235 out in the front. Here comes Greg in the 62. He's going to send it down into turn 1. Almost gets to the back of our leader as they're almost side by side for the lead. Side by side most of the way through the pack as they head down into the turn. The 62 of Greg. Oh, gets down into the 41 of Tom. Almost make contact. Oh, they did make contact. Almost could have been bad. They're going to get down to single file now as they come through these turns. Down the little short straightaway here into a right-hander. A lot of drafting, I feel, is going to play a role here, as they're still single file up at the front of the pack. Single file for the whole field as they head down and complete lap number 1 towards turn number 1. Here comes the 41 at Tom. Tom up underneath Greg into braking into turn number 1. Greg comes down. They keep side by side. Out of the turn, still side by side. Can Tom take that position when they come into the right-hander? He's in position to do it. They're all going to check up. Nobody. Oh, there was a little contact as the 77 of Michael and the what was that? The 09 of Jordy make contact there. Still side by side. Jordy and Michael trying to race it out. Michael's going to get out in front of him as they try and get it figured out. Here comes Brennan down to the inside. He must have the AI running for him here tonight as he tries to make his way up through the field. Hard on the brakes. Trying not to run over everybody. That's going to be a big issue here. I can see that now. Not trying to run over the person in front of you. Braking points are going to be different. Got some fast cars further back as Roberts stretching out the lead in that 235. Tom in second. Brian third. Greg Brockway in fourth. Michael fifth. Jordy sixth. Brennan up 2 spots to that 7th position. Charlie 8th. Josh in 9th, Pex in 10th, Jerry in 11th, Greg Mack in 12th, Sean in 13th, and Michael and John did not take the field. We got 13 cars on the track as they head down what I would call the back straightaway into the fast right-hander here. Shooting out. Heavy braking into the final corner down the front straightaway. Can anybody catch that number 235? Tom tried to catch a whiff of the draft. He's 1 second back. He's going to have to get in there on braking as Robert continues to lead the field. Tom second, Brian third, Brockway in fourth. Good run for him in that number 62. Jordy right behind him in that 09. You can see Greg being careful on the start of this one in that number 62, not trying to check up the field. Definitely showing that he's fast enough to be where he's at as he's consistently running in that 4th position. These guys are going to have to make pit stops. Pit stops are going to play a major role in this race here tonight. Single file still through the... we got a race further back. That is Michael and Pax fighting for that 9th position. As Pax is going the wrong way, and so is Michael in the 77. Here comes the 122 of Jerry. He's making a move on the number 3. He's going to take that 10th position. Back up towards the front. Robert leading the field. Tom second. Brian still in third. Greg in fourth. Jordy fifth. That's your top 5 so far as we are 5 minutes into this one. These guys are going to do a lot of laps here in 45 minutes. We got six laps in 5 minutes. Yeah. Takes them about a minute a lap. So these guys are going to do roughly about 45 laps here. Probably a track they do the most laps at in their whole season. That's going to take a toll on these drivers mentally. I mean, they're used to doing less laps, having more passing opportunities. Looks like it's going to be a lot of follow the leader, and you got to make these moves. There's some fast corners here. Not a whole lot of heavy braking zones to make those moves that you need to make in order to take the lead. Or take the guy next to you. You got to get him in the draft, maybe get some help. Definitely interesting racing. But I'll tell you what, we go back up to the front. Tom is reeling in that number 235 in the 41 as they head down towards turn number 1. We're going to have a battle for the lead as Tom definitely has a sniff of that draft. He closes a ton through turn number 1. Here comes Tom to the outside of the 235. Can he take that position? Can't make the pass on the outside. He's trying to situate himself for the next left-hander. Can't do it. He's got to fall back in line. He is there, though, and Robert knows it. He's going to have to race his butt off in order to keep that lead. These guys have about 2.5 seconds over the rest of the field as they race it out for the lead. They get racing too much. I wonder how quick the rest of the guys are going to come in and catch up to them. They're going to keep it single file for now. Let's see what the lap times are when they cross the line this time by. Brian is definitely closing in as he ran about 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second quicker than our leader. We're about to have a three-way battle if they keep... Oh, Brennan out onto the extra runoff there. Almost wrecked that number 45 in the 5th position. Good save there. That could have been a whole lot worse as everybody keeps it going straight. Tom gets around Robert. I missed it watching Brennan about die. We have a lead change. Let's see if Tom is able to drive away from the field. Brian trying to close in as he's 1.2 seconds back from second place. I'll tell you what, he's reeled those guys in a little bit. Almost a full second. At least a half a second as they cross the line this time by. Lap times tell us Brian's still 0.2 of a second quicker than our leader. Just about. Things trying to shake up further back in the pack. Greg getting pressure from Jordy. Where did Brennan go? Brennan done left his position. He's back to the 7th spot. Maybe he doesn't have the AI driving for him. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Brennan. Did he go off the track again? Oh, he just got passed. Ooh, Jordy came off the track. Let's go take a look and see exactly what happened to Jordy here. Oh, just shoots a little wide, gets in the sand. Somehow able to hold on to it. He's got to get some time back. It probably gave him a cutting the course penalty, and he loses a couple spots. Back to live action. As we still got Tom out front. Robert second, Brian third, Greg in fourth. Good run for him, I'm telling you guys. And Charlie in the 164 up to 5th. Josh Olson in that 6th position. Brennan in 7th. Michael 8th. Jordy fighting Michael for that 8th and 9th position. He's trying to get around. So hard to pass here. We are almost 10 minutes into the race here. 10 minutes, 10 laps. We're coming around to complete 11 laps here in the first 10 minutes of this one. So And with pit stops, it'll probably be right around 45 laps for these guys. Let's see what the lap times are this time by. I need to put the gaps up there, guys. Sorry, my bad. That time by, Tom quicker than everybody. Quickest car on the track right now is Tom in that 41. Oh, no, I take that back. Greg Mack in the number 2 pulled the fastest lap that time by 4/100ths of a second. Currently back there in that 11th position. He's got Sean on his heels in the 165. Sean not looking slow either, as these guys battle it out for the 11th position. Ooh, looks like we got a battle up here around the 7th position. Let's go up here, see what's going on. Michael has it. He's got Jordy and Jerry and Brennan trying to chase him down. Brennan all the way back to 10th. Brennan, you're going the wrong way in a hurry. Down into turn number 1. Michael trying to hold off the pressure. Here comes the 122 of Jerry looking under Jordy, or above Jordy, as they head down into the right-hander. Oh, he shoots it out high. That's going to let Brennan look underneath. Brennan can't capitalize. They're back single file. Almost got to wait for these guys to make a mistake to make a pass at this point. Tom's still out front. Robert second. Brian third. Greg in fourth. He's got pressure from Charlie, but he's still got to feel good about where he's at right now, as he tries to hold on to that number 62. It's good to see some of these other guys up here in the top 10. Olson in the 236. Michael in the 77. Currently 7th. We see him up front. Jordy got Jerry in the 122 battling it out. Brennan right behind him. Greg Mack still out there trying to put some quick times down. I'll tell you what, the fastest car last time by, that was Robert with a 59.34. 0.3 of a second quicker than our leader. That is impressive. Nobody else was even close. Greg, thank you for the like. That's gonna suck, Brennan. You don't want that. Quit texting and driving. You might not drive off the road so much. Tom's still out in front. Let's take a look this time. Looks like Robert's closing the gap back. He's got about a second between him and Tom. That time by, Tom was quicker. But Robert is closing the gap as I watch it. Can he close in on that number 41? I'll tell you what, Brian's got it easy. He's kind of out here in comfort land. Let's just put it in cruise control. Greg doing a great job defending that 4th position. Is Charlie riding behind him? Josh Olson, though. Josh is closing in on these guys. It's kind of funny because everybody's running 1 minute lap times except for Tom and Robert, who are 1st and 2nd, and Greg and Sean, who are 11th and 12th. It's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Tom out there continuing the lead. Robert 2nd. Brian 3rd. Greg in 4th. He's getting that pressure from the 62 as it looks like Brennan went off the track again. Disappointed in you, Riley. Let's watch Brennan go off the track, getting those X's. Woo! Wasn't that bad. But every time you get those right sides off like that, that's a 1X. Those 1Xs add up quickly. 20X, I think he said it was, and then they get a drive-through penalty. Tom continues to lead, but Robert is closing in. Brennan off the track again. How many times are you gonna go off the track, Brennan? That's the old one. There's another one, X. He is just racking them up back there. He's gonna have to do that drive-through here soon, if he's not careful. But I'll tell you what, Robert is closing in on Tom in that second position. We're gonna go back here. Greg still defending for fourth, having a good run. Jordy finally got around the 77, trying to close in on Josh Olson, as now Michael has to fend off Brennan. Brennan in that ninth position. Like he said, he's about to have to do a drive-through penalty if he keeps going off the track. He's got to be careful at this point. There's still a lot of time left in this one. We're only 16 minutes into this race. 16 minutes in. Oof. Tom down the straightaway, heading towards turn number 1. Robert trying to close the gap, has it down to 0.6 of a second. Can he catch him? Got Brian in third, Brockway in fourth, Charlie, Josh, Jordy, Michael, Brennan, Jerry, Greg, Sean, Pax, and Mitchell's not on the track. He didn't start. Our leaders here still battling it out. Is Tom able to stretch it out a little bit more over Robert? Brian coming out the turn. He's still sitting there in third. He's quite a ways back. As Greg is now starting to get a crowd of people behind him, still running in that fourth position. Getting interesting here. Starting to get interesting as the field gets together. Greg trying to defend that fourth position. Charlie's starting to put a little bit more pressure on him. As the laps are winding down here, or the time is winding down, we're getting closer to pit stops. When are these guys going to pit? I got to imagine that they're going to be pitting somewhere between the 20-minute and 25-minute mark. So around lap 20 to 25, we'll say 20 to 26, somewhere around in there they'll be pitting. Be interesting to see when they decide to go in and pit. As we have quite the pack of cars here. As Tom, Robert, and Brian have driven away from the field. Here comes the 77 up next to Josh. He's going to try and take that. Oh, the 122, and Jerry sends it in there. Kicks Josh around. Josh into the fence. Oh, man. Tough luck for Josh. My bad. Hold on. Let me get back to Josh. I hit the wrong button. The 122 sends it in here. And just sends him around. Oh, that was one of those things I was worried about earlier. Tough luck for Josh. He had a good run going. Floyd, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Robert second. Brian in third. Greg Brockway comfortably now in fourth. Well, maybe not so comfortably anymore. Here comes Jordy Fike in that 09. We know he's fast. Charlie's now back to the sixth position. Michael seventh. Jerry in eighth. And Brennan in ninth. I can only imagine what Josh Olson's thinking right now. Trying to stay out of trouble. Ends up getting run over there. That's tough. That is tough. We got first pit stops. We got Brian and Charlie down on pit road. Let's see what this shows me. All right, we got pit stops down at the bottom. We're gonna watch the pit times there. We'll see total pit time. As Tom continues to lead, Robert second, Greg now in that third position, but he's got Jordy Pike making the move for that third position. Jordy goes ahead and takes that spot as we got pit times, total pit times down at the bottom. Charlie with a long pit stop. It's total time 64. Here comes Greg Mack in the 2. He's down on pit road. So you're gonna have the actual total pit time on the left and their actual pit stop time in the middle in the parentheses. I believe that's how it goes. The Jordy up to third in that 09, looking fast. Greg in fourth. Michael fifth, Jerry sixth, Brennan seventh. Be interesting to see how this ends. Ooh, Jordy just about stepped it off there into the sand pit. Yep, so the total pit time 16.1 as we look at his total time on pit road as we watch that click through. That's kind of cool. At 56.650 for total pit road time. Ooh, the 122 of Jerry getting into the dirt a little bit. Brennan on his heels. Can he make that pass in that number 45? Not a whole lot to watch up at the front as Tom and Robert just cruising around. We're going to watch this battle here for third on back. Well, I'll tell you what, Jordy's starting to drive away. So more or less fourth on back. As the pressure is picking up. We got Olson, Josh Olson on pit road. He definitely needs some tires probably after that contact. And probably a little bit of damage repair. I mean, he did take a little bit of a hit there on the nose. I think when he got the wall, it might make an aerodynamic difference. I'm not really sure in these cars. Tom on pit road, our leader on pit road. Here comes the 77, Michael, and the 122, pushing Greg up the track and back to the 6th position. Brennan gets a round of 2 for that spot. We got more people. Nope, we don't have more people on pit road. I thought we did. We got the pass and the leader. Well, the leader's on pit road. Olsen still on pit road, 72 seconds now. Did he ever hit pit road? Or did he have to tow? Not really sure. Oh, there they go. Must have had a penalty. He was on a long time. 16.1 second stop for Tom, who was our leader. As Robert continues to lead the field. Yeah, so he took some damage repair to the 58.6. He definitely took some of that damage repair. Jordy now in second. Michael third. Jerry fourth. Brennan now on pit road. No more off tracks. Brennan hits off track on his way down to pit road. Let's see how much time he spends on pit road as Robert continues to lead the field. Jordy second. Michael third. Greg fourth. Jerry fourth. Greg fifth. Sean in sixth. You can watch the lap time. He's about to make a really quick stop. Yeah, get off the grass, quick stop. Or are you just doing your drive-through? Oh, drive-through. That was a drive-through for Brennan. So Brennan did not pit. He had the drive-through. As he is back out on pit road. Willie, thank you for the like. Appreciate Alpha Pit Road. Still got to make a regular pit stop here I don't think he can make it the rest of the way without pitting, as we are 25 minutes into this one. We got about 20 minutes left, guys, and the strategies are taking place. Michael on pit road now. Well, let's see what kind of time he can put down on pit road. All these guys out there on pit road doing what they got to do. Robert continuing the lead. Jordy second. Jerry third. Greg in fourth. Sean fifth. Brennan in sixth. Brennan, he's still got to make a pit stop. He had to do a drive-through for that penalty. Penniless, thank you for that like. I appreciate it. I'm interested. Oh, Robert's on pit road. Robert on pit road. Michael does a 16.8 second stop. So Jordy Fike now in the lead. Jerry second. Greg's going to be third. Sean fourth. Brennan now on pit road for a real pit stop. He's got some serious time to make up. There's another off track. Here we go. Now it's going to be his pit stop. No drive-through this time. Man, he was eating coming into that pit. I'll tell you that. Be curious to see if some of these people don't take tires, how important tire are going to be here. Oh, I missed it. I didn't see how long that pit stop was. Brennan with a 15.4 second pit stop. So he's gonna gain about a second on a lot of these drivers with that pit stop. 55 seconds flat total pit time. He just wanted to see how quick he could make that timer go. That's all he wanted to do. Jerry second in that 122. Jordy in the lead. Remember, Jerry got into Josh Olson, so he probably has a little bit of damage on the front end. Let's take a look. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. Oh, that Olson gets the worst of that one then. Greg Brockway in that third position. Sean fourth. Wonder when these guys are going to pit. Sean all over Brockway in that number 62. No one down pit road, I think, this time by. So Jordy's going to continue to lead as we are 28 minutes into this one. So I might have been a little bit off on when some of these people were going to pit. Jordy in the lead. Jerry second, trying to close in on that 09. Brockway in third. Sean in fourth. Tom, I believe, is the first person that is pitted in the group. Yeah, Tom is currently sitting in fifth. So we got the top four have not pitted yet. Tom with a monster pit stop because he is about 10 seconds out in front of Robert. So that's huge. Brennan, he's way back in 12th. He's 10 seconds behind. So even if the pit cycles through, he's only going to be 8th. But Sean on pit road in that 165. So Sean on pit road, he's going to come get his stop done now. Now the question is, when will Jordy, Jerry, and Greg pit? This is the least amount of pressure Greg's had. I mean, sometimes if tires aren't making a big deal here, let's look at the lap times. That'll be the, yeah. It's not a massive difference from their quick time to what times they're running. Maybe there is. Less than a second. Maybe staying out on those tires might be the strategy for you to make a difference here. Might be able to gain a little bit. When will these guys pit? 22.6 second pit stop for Sean. That's going to kill him. That is not a good pit stop for the 165. It does pull out ahead of Brennan. So it's got that going for him. Jordy does not pit again. Neither does Jerry. Neither does Greg. Tom in fourth place. First car that had pitted. How much gas do these guys need? I mean, he's got about 15 more laps. Oh. Got about 14 laps left. 14 minutes left. So can you take enough gas and not worry about tires? Just quick gas and go? Curious. Could somebody steal a victory like that? Greg definitely running a little bit slower times than the leaders. Is he saving gas? Could he make it extremely? He's on pit road now. So we got Greg on pit road. Can he short pit this? Take a little less gas and gain some track position in that number 62. Jordy's still out in the lead. Jerry's second. As Tom's about to take that third position over. All right, Greg on pit road. He's going to stop. When are they going to start his pit service? Huh. Here comes Jordy and Jerry down on pit road. 24.4 seconds for Greg Brockway. That's going to put him back to at least 11th right now. He's coming off pit road in the 11th spot. Jordy and Jerry down pit road. Does Jerry try and go with strategy here? Let's take a look and see what these guys do. Are they both going to take tires? It looks like Jerry might be just taking gas. Let's see where this benefits, if it benefits him. Here comes Jerry. He's moving. I don't think it made a big difference. Tom moving about the same time after taking some tires. But will the off-balance tires, because it looks like Jordy did not take 4. It looks like he just took 2. That could play a role in the handling. I know it does in NASCAR. Not sure how it does here, but Tom inherits the lead by 11 seconds in that number 41. Can these guys track him down? That is the big question right now. You know, Jordy's fast. Jordy could put some laps down, but he's got 12 seconds to overcome. Can he beat him? Can he beat him by about a second a lap? Because that's what he needs to do right now. He needs at least 1 second a lap in order, which would be his faster than his fastest time, in order to catch the leader. Or a mistake out of the leader. This is the battle for third. We got Jordy and Brian. Right behind him, we got Jerry in the 122. Pit stops are done. Let's take a look and see what those pit times were. All right, let's see if we can learn anything off of this. Yeah, so Tom was 7 seconds faster than Robert, which is part of the reason why he's got an 11-second lead over him. Jordy Fike spent a lot of time. Well, he's a little bit quicker, so he gained some to some extent. Here's pit stop time. Taking a look. I think longer pit stops meant 4 tires. I don't know if those 4 tires are going to pay off. Tom putting down some blistering times. 59.67. But this time with only a 1 minute .02. So definitely on one lap, off the next. But with a ton of cushion. Tom doesn't have to push it. But Robert, he's starting to get company behind him. Jordy puts on a 59.42. So definitely some closing. I don't think Jordy can catch the leader though. I don't think there's enough time. He's gonna need a mistake at this point, as we got about 9 minutes left in this race. Here's the popular question. Pac-Man, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Here's the big question. Cars go fast, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Does Tom have enough gas? I mean, we've run across that where somebody had a big lead and they lost it due to gas mileage, as Jordy's all over the back end of Robert. They need to put NOS in these things, right? Some nitrous. There goes Jordy around Robert. He's going to take that second position, but he's lost ground on the leader. Leader is out there by 12.6 seconds. Oh, well, the wing would slow it down. That'd create more drag. I'll tell you what. They probably don't need a whole lot of downforce on this track. This track's pretty fast to start with. All right, let's see what time Jordy puts down this time by. Looks like he was about 3/10 slower than the leader that time by. Right now, the fastest car on the track is going to be Charlie, back in the 7th position with a 59.81. But a wing would be interesting. They can't go. Well, Brennan's tried a few times to go full throttle through the turns. You can see how many incident points he has. You can see him hit the brakes there. As the time is ticking down. We're coming on the 39-minute mark. Add Banky to the corner, yeah. I'm sure there's some. I bet you the frickin' prototypes or frickin' the radicals could just about go full throttle. Yeah. Ooh, Jordy off the track there in that 09. You know, look, it would be really cool if they put like Talladega banking in the road course on the corners. $200-mile-per-hour road course. Put on a plate race, yeah. That would actually be pretty cool. Jeremy, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. That would be cool. If you could do that, where you could put the banking, where you had to have restrictor plates on a road course, that would be absolutely insane. That would be fun. I would do that. I would be down for a race like that. Well, to jump, yeah. I mean, that's what we got. We got the figure 8 for that one. With the jump. You're at 34x, Brennan? Oh my god. Brennan at 34x. How many drive-thrus have you had to do? Did you have to do another drive-thru? Jimmy, I already said that. Thank you for the like. Well, the good news is you got up to 11. Oh, are you talking about like the dirt road? I haven't ran the Atlanta. No, I haven't. I haven't. Is it on iRacing? I need to try that. I don't run a lot of road personally. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. It's kind of like when you do the hill climb coming down. And you hit those bridges that used to throw you off. I did a lot of the, what is it, the soapbox they called it, and those freaking bridges would kill me. That's cool. I can imagine. That sounds fun though. It would be insane though if they put some banking in these turns. I'm thinking that would be a cool fantasy track. Forget iRacing Super Speedway. That would put it to shame. That would definitely put it to shame. A road course with huge bacon. Really? So here's the thing about me. I have never really been into video games until I got iRacing. It's a video game, as much as it triggers people. I've never really played. I'd get on, I'd get bored, and I'd play it for a day and then never pick it up again. And so I've played some of the NASCAR games, but never really seriously. So I didn't know they had a road course with banking. There used to be a lot more road courses with banking. Oh, making excuses now, Brennan? You should have let your AI drive. Let's see what we got. Lots of Brennan highlights off the track. Let's see. Brennan went off the track. Brennan off the track. It's a good group of guys. It really is. These guys are great. So Brennan having issues. He had to pull off. His wheel came disconnected, as he said in the chat over there on YouTube. You can see him pulling back out on the track. He's got a bunch of damage on that thing. I'll tell you what, Jordy is catching Tom, but there's no way he's going to catch him in time. He's got about 2 minutes left to this race. But yeah, these guys are really good. This is a smaller group than they normally have. They normally have a little bit bigger group. I don't know why it's a smaller group than usual this week, but maybe they just don't like this track. I don't know. But they have a good group of drivers here, and it is a lot of fun to call. This is probably the only race that I've called that hasn't been like ultra exciting the whole time. But we can still get a battle for second here. Everybody though pretty spaced out. Yeah, oh yeah. I know. And I've seen some of the video clips of the MX-5s. And I'll tell you what, like I've owned a couple Mazda. I own a Mazda now. They are fun, sporty little cars to drive, and you can handle them. And you can give them a lot and they'll take it. So I can only imagine racing them in real life. I actually used to want to get a Mazda Speed 6 to run in a Mazda Speed 6 league, real life league. So Tom, well out in front, 10 seconds in the lead as the checkered flag is out for him. He's going to take the victory here tonight as he comes across the line in that number 41. Tom winning in dominating fashion. Here comes Jordy out of turn, the final turn down the front straightaway. He's going to take second. Robert third. Brian fourth. Jerry fifth. Michael and Charlie going to be 6th and 7th. Sean going to take it home in 8th. Greg 9th. Pax 10th. Greg Brockway at 11th. And Brennan bringing up the rear of the cars left on the track in 12th. Josh in 13th. There was definitely some crazy racing earlier, though. I'll tell you that. Let's go ahead and jump into Discord. Let's see who's out there as we watch these. These guys like to wreck it afterwards. Tom's going to come out here and celebrate his victory. Let's go see who's in Discord. See if we can pull in our top 3. I'm over here at the Discord for these guys. Just waiting to see if anybody shows up as Tom's out there celebrating the dominating performance tonight. Jordy in the 09 already done smashed it up. What did you hit, Jordy? He missed them all. How do you miss them all, Jordy? Come on. How do you miss them all? Oh, here we go. Ooh! Big hits. Yeah, these guys are definitely a fun league. Just waiting to see if we get Robert and them into the Discord. Ooh. 40x. Damn. You didn't win by a little bit. You won by a lot. That's what you would call a blowout, Brennan. Is anybody going to come into Discord, or we not doing interviews today? Oh, there's Robert. Let's go ahead and pull on Robert. Yeah, I see it. I see him. I had an update today with Logitech, so I gotta adjust my speaker input for my headset. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Robert James at the booth. Got a copy?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Man, what a race. You got to lead a bit of it. I know Jordy was a little bit faster at the end there, but man, you got to be happy about today's race.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I did not think I would do that well. I thought these guys were going to smoke me as usual. So I am super pleased with the finish today.
It was really cool to see some of the guys up front that weren't normally up towards the front. And I know Tom came up. He's always fast. He got around you, but you stayed with him for a good while. Looks like he really got you on that pit stop.
Yeah, my pit strategy was So he startled me when he dove into the pits. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I just wasn't ready for it. So I checked up, and then it kind of startled me after that, and threw my whole game plan off. But yeah, of course, then Jordy with his immaculate pit strategy always got me there at the end. So I'm just happy to still get a podium. So
Yeah, definitely good finish for you. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors that help you get here?
yeah, big shout out to all the guys that put on this league. They do a fantastic job. Greg, Brennan, all the guys. I love racing in this league. It's clean racing. All the guys are super cool. So big shout out to them. Thanks to my girlfriend and family and everybody for supporting me. So appreciate it.
Well, go enjoy this podium, and maybe we'll get to see you up here again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
No problem. Hey, Brennan, is Brian in there for Jordy's interview, or is there something I don't know? Brian's fourth. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the winner. Tom James of the booth, got a copy.
I do. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Way to dominate here today. I mean, I know you've had a couple ups and downs this season, but today definitely an up. You took that lead and didn't look back after that.
Yeah, no, it felt good. I mean, there's a couple folks missing. I think would have been a tougher race. Rob was pretty tough in the beginning, and I don't know what happened to him with the pit stop.
Yeah, something. It looked like he just took a little bit different pit stop strategy than you. I know that he's normally he's not up there, so he probably went with his safer strategy for where he's normally at, and maybe it bit him a little bit. But man, he still had a good run. I mean, you had to be impressed with running up for the win for him.
Yeah, no, he was doing a great job, and between him and I was just trying to make sure that we didn't fight too much and see if we could gap the guys behind us.
What are we doing? Top four now? Yeah, you definitely gapped him. You came out 10 seconds, which is a good thing because Jordy was fast here tonight.
Yeah, but once you're in traffic and you got that much time difference, unless unless someone screws up, it's just so tough to make it up.
Yeah, it definitely is. This looked like a hard track. I mean, you had to really be aggressive and pick those points to pass because it's such a fast track.
Yeah, it is a fast track. You got to get a run out of some of those corners. There's a couple long straights, and so if you can get a run out of there, get on the inside, and then you're good to go.
Well, you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Just my friends here in New Hampshire, 3D Auto, and friends down in Massachusetts at Ace Motorsports. So great guys.
Yeah, I'm just over here distracted by Brennan. He wants to tell me that his wheel came off or came unhooked, and that I need to spread the love to more people. Jeez.
Yeah, what real sob story, huh?
Yeah. Well, go enjoy this victory, and hopefully we get to see you in victory lane again before the end of the season.
All right, James.
All right, buddy.
Take care,
Have a good
man.
one. Yep.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, so Tom, with the victory, we're going to bring in. I don't know why Brennan thinks I'm so generous, and I want to spread any love to anybody here today. Brian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, I'm just picking her. Brennan told me. I said, "What am I interviewing the top four now? What's up with this?"
Well, he said podiums. I did get a podium in pro, so.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Interesting race here today. I mean, you end up coming home fourth, but man, there were some guys up there. I mean, like Robert that you were battling with that you haven't had to battle with all season.
Well, at least not up front. Yeah, Robert and Greg had a great qualifying tonight. Robert was just fast the whole night. I really couldn't get past him as much as I wanted to. I really wanted to get get by him there, but I couldn't really make any situation that wouldn't have probably thrown us into an incident, and I wasn't really willing to, to do that. And Jordy getting the undercut was kind of like the overcut, I should say. It was kind of like, no, why is this happening? I tried the undercut and it worked almost, but he beat me on that. So yeah, I'm still kind of racing him hard for that overall championship, but I think pretty good night, all things considered. I'll take a fourth. You got to chip away at the points.
Yeah, definitely. Fourth is always a good finish. You can never be too upset about a top 5 anywhere. It looked like it was so hard to pass, and really, it was Jordy and Jerry that were the ones able to really pass, and they had to be ultra aggressive in order to do that.
Yep. Yeah. This track,
Isaac, thank you for the like.
The straights are really short, so by the time you get rolling and get a run, unless someone's messed up a corner, well, at least this version of the track, the straights are really short. There's just a little bit more of a run up the hill into turn 3 on the full GP circuit, but yeah, here it was just really difficult to get momentum going and to get enough momentum with the draft that you could really blow by somebody. So I had a couple times where I caught somebody under braking, but I couldn't make the pass happen without possibly crashing into them.
Yeah, definitely. I was watching a lot of aggressive moves in order to make those passes, and some of us are willing to do that, and some of us aren't.
Yeah, you gotta finish the race to get points to do well.
You got to finish to be in it.
Yep.
You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Just a quick shout out, as always, to the folks that take this, the folks that pause your game. Of course, Spec 5, League World Tour, putting together their league. So thanks to everybody, Brennan, Jordy, Greg. Always fun to run this league.
Well, good finish here tonight, and enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, indeed.
All right, that's Brian, our 4th place driver. Let's go through the results here tonight. We got Tom with the win, Jordy 2nd, Robert 3rd, Brian in 4th, Jerry in 5th, Michael in 6th, Charlie in that 7th position, Sean in 8th, Greg Mack in 9th, Pax in that 10th position, Greg Brockway in 11th, Brennan in 12th, Josh in 13th, and that is all that started the race here tonight.